I have got a bunch of potting up to do. I have a lot of, actually these are all the plants I'm gonna pot. I was originally planning on making this like a cacti slash succulent potting video, but I haven't gotten enough cute pots to pot up my Haworthias mainly. I have a ton of Haworthias, but I also have some cacti. One of them I have a pot for. I don't really know how I feel about this pot. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan on it, so I don't really know if I'm going to pot it in there. But, and then I also wanted to include these Philodendron Rios. I had a Rio, like saving my root rotted Rio video, and I feel like they're all ready. They've probably been ready to be potted into the same big pot because I have 3 separate little saved babies. And yeah, so I'm gonna continue getting some cute pots because round pots with Codex plants in them is just the cutest thing ever. And I also have my Obisa that I want to put in a round pot because I think that would be adorable also. If you don't know what an Obisa is, this is my little Obisa. And I also have a Codex plant. Those in round pots also are so stinking cute. So I want to wait till I get round pots for those and then I'll repot them. We're gonna start off with this Rhipsalis. I love it so much. I don't know if you can really see it, but I'm gonna put it into this little moon pot. I got this from DIY Home Center in a video from before. It was $7.99 according to the sticker. I have a horrible habit of leaving on label stickers, like all my pots and like stuff I get from Goodwill, like you know I got it from Goodwill because it has a Goodwill sticker inside, and Goodwill stickers are really hard to take off, so I can't be bothered. Look how cute this pot is, and I wanted to put this green plant because I feel like the colors just go together so well. And I'm gonna be using the same soil that it's in because the only reason that I'm repotting it is because I just want to see it in a nicer pot. And I kind of want to hang this plant up because it's like already pretty drapey. I need to put an orchid chip at the bottom and the whole stuff's gonna keep falling out. This is like my usual potting mix. It's more for like aeroids, but I think I'm just gonna leave out the big chunks and it should be fine. Also, I feel like cute pots are so expensive. Like this little one was like $7, I think I said. I don't remember. I feel like I'd rather save the money to like buy more plants than to be like spending a bunch of money on the pots. But then again, I also love like when your plant is kind of like a work of art and like the whole thing is just a vibe. Like the pot, the plant, and it all just looks so beautiful together. And so then when you have your like collection of plants, oh my gosh, this, sorry. I did not pot that deep enough. So then when you have like your collection of plants, it's like, this is my collection of plants and they all literally look like works of art. And I really love that. But like I said, pots are very expensive. Like this is just a cheapy one. This is not even like a really good pot. And I feel like it was already kind of a lot. Usually I get my pots from like Goodwill, and sometimes they have like a big stack of pots for only like $4. Okay, so here's the first one. She is looking so cute. Like this is a vibe now. Like this is so beautiful, and it was already beautiful when it was in this pot, but now like look at her. So I'm gonna have to water this soon, but we're gonna put her to the side, and I think I'm gonna keep the label inside because I don't know, I like to keep the label inside. Like I was saying how pots are so expensive, this is a great example. This is literally one of my favorite pots that I own. It is so cute and it's so simple, but I feel like it's just so nice. Like you can look at it and be like, yeah, that's a quality pot. This pot was $20. This little tiny pot. I could get so many pots for $20, but do my other pots compare to this? No. This is so beautiful. I don't even know if you can see, but like the artist or like whatever is written in the clay. I think this is clay. I don't know what it is, but it's very cute. And I have been contemplating on which plant to put in here because it deserves a really gorgeous plant. I was thinking of putting this Haworthia that was gifted to me in here because this is such a beautiful Haworthia. It's called a Magnifica Acuminata. Oh, it's called a Gray Ghost for easier to pronounce, but this is absolutely stunning. But then I also like the deep green color on this Haworthia, and like it's just so pretty. I don't know which one to put in here. I'm also a little bit worried that if I put this one in, like you're not going to be able to, like his roundness is going to go over the edges. I suppose that's okay, but we're going to wait. We're going to wait to pot this one. And I guess I'll get started on the Rios. The Rios. Here are the 3 that I'm going to be combining. And like I said, this was a rotted plant that has been revived. And I like to keep my plants in one big pot. Like, okay, but talking about how beautiful, I'm pretty much crapping on terracotta pots at this moment. But I actually love terracotta pots. When they have this, like, discoloration, like old terracotta pots are so beautiful. They're stunning in themselves. So I'm not crapping on terracotta pots. I love terracotta pots. Anyways, we're gonna move on to this. I don't know how the roots are looking now. They might not be super healthy. Oh, they're fine. Wow, they grew so much. Yeah, this is looking really good. This is definitely revived. And then this one was the one that I had in water, and I transferred it not in a video because it was only one stem. So we'll see if that one adapted to soil. This one even looks better, like way better. That one looks awful compared to this one. And then the last one, oh look, Goodwill sign. I actually really like this pot. The size is really nice and everything. But let's get out. There we go. And the roots look really good on here too. I don't remember if this one was transferred over to water. I don't want to like mess with the roots too much though, so this is all we're gonna get to see. That's a tragic spill, but I'm gonna put these all together. Together. Wow, look how good that already looks. And when I'm potting a bunch of plants together, like the same plant into the same pot just to combine them, I don't like to mess with the roots. I like to keep them as like together and intact as possible because I feel like you kind of have to get used to watering it differently since there's more soil. It doesn't usually like dry out as quickly as the individual sizes did. For example, this dries out so much faster than this, and sometimes it takes a little bit of adjustment to kind of figure it out, especially since you would be watering this size much more often than you would be watering that one, and you kind of need to gauge like how much more time it takes before you need to water it. But then again, there's also more roots, so they drink the water faster. But especially if you're going from like a bunch of small plants to a really large pot, that's when you really need to be careful, because I have made the mistake of not doing that gingerly. And then on top of it, if you're messing with the roots and you kind of destroy the root system too much, then I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster. So I'm making this soil so that it will drain better, because these, I believe all of them were water propagations. And when I put water propagations in soil, I give them kind of not a denser soil, but like a soil that will hold water for longer, because I like the soil to be more moist than I normally would have it. So this is not the soil that I would like to keep my forever plants in, if that makes any sense. I definitely want something that can drain out faster and is more light and airy. So I think this looks a lot better. You could probably see more like speckles of white for like all the pumice that's in there. But here we go. And I want to make sure I don't have any stems falling too deep into the pot. That would be bad. So I accidentally cut this leaf off, but I, on the plus side, have a now much more full looking plant instead of those 3 little pots. And there's kind of a bunch of like leaves stuck on the, like under the soil a little bit, but when I water it, I will water it in a way so that the leaves become uncovered, if that makes sense. I'm so excited for this. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got 2 beautiful looking plants. Wow, this is going so well. I have this cactus. This is an old man cactus, and you can tell because it has like really fuzzy fur on it. And oh, this one's specifically an Orosarius trollii. It's called Old Man of the Andes, and I just got this one at like Lowe's or Home Depot. I saw it and I was like, that is the cutest thing ever. I need to buy it, and I did. But I need to put this, okay, we're not using this soil first of all. This right here is my like more cactus mix, and I have some more right here. They're all separated. They're a lot like gravelier, and they do not hold water. Like they don't have a lot of, what is the word I'm looking for? Like organic material. They don't have a lot of organic material. So I need to pot this, and I was thinking of putting it in this pot, but I don't know. I don't really like how this pot looks. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't really like how this pot looks. For this old man cactus, I'm just gonna wait to pot it up because I want it to be in a really nice pot. I'm just gonna keep it sitting in this not really pretty pot and leave it there until I'm ready to do my succulent repotting video. So he's just gonna stay. Oh, it kind of looks cute. Maybe by then I'll decide to actually put it in that pot instead of use it as like a little cashpo. But for now it's gonna be like a cashpo. But I think for now I'm gonna put a plant in this pot, which is so cute, like I mentioned. Actually, no. Okay, so one of you guys actually sent me this cute little cat pot, and it's the most adorable thing ever. I saw it and I literally screamed because it is so cute. And I was originally gonna put a lithops in here, but I feel like a lithops wouldn't like come out tall out of the cat, and I really want it to be like he's carrying something, or I don't know how to explain what I'm looking for, but I want something that's like bursting out of the top so that you can actually see it. And then I have this Albuca. I don't know what kind of Albuca this is, but I want to put this in there, and I think that would be so cute because when its hair grows, it kind of looks like chives or like a planted onion, but like a really small version of an onion. So I want to put that in here, and I think it'll be so cute. It'll be like, boop. I don't know. Whenever the Albuca grows, I'll show you guys how it looks, but I think it's going to be adorable. I think it's going to be so adorable. So I'm also going to be using this soil, like the same soil it was in. The only thing I'm worried about, oh my gosh. The heck? There is like a paper in here. I think it was used to prevent soil from falling out the edges because that happens a lot and it's very obnoxious, and that's why I've started putting orchid bark at the bottom because soil will always like flow out and it's like, what the heck is happening right now? So I'm just gonna take this off. That really scared me though. I thought it was like mold or something. I don't even know what I thought it was, but it was like, whoa. So what I'm worried about is that this Albuca is kind of like too big to fit in here, but I really want something cute like this. There are some dead roots in here too. So I'm gonna clean up these roots really fast. Oh, I'm dumb. It's like a peeling off from the plant, so it's not like a weird paper. This has a little baby coming off from the side of it, and I could probably separate it and then put it into the little cat by itself and let it grow. But I kind of want to keep the whole thing together. A lot of dead roots on here. Here is the root system. I don't think that focused, but here's the root system, and I feel like it's not gonna fit well into this little cat. So it doesn't really fit, sadly, so I'm gonna have to break off from the mama plant. And honestly, I've never done this before, and I don't even know if this is the way. I'm just assuming. I kind of like peeled this like skin away, and I'm just gonna literally rip it off just like that. And there you go. That wasn't so bad. Wow, you could really see all the dead roots on here, and I removed a lot of them, so that's not good. But this one looks great. Great, great, great. And I hope it survives. I really think it will. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's gonna look so cute when it has the little hair sprouting out. Okay, so I guess this is going back in its old pot, which is really sad because my goal was to repot these plants and put them in pretty pots, but its child can have a pretty pot. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna reuse the soil it was in previously. Okay, so there we go. It looks so cute, and especially when it grows its hair, it's gonna be so adorable. And it doesn't have hair right now because I cut it off. I just chopped it off because I think I saw bugs on it. I think it was scaled, so I was like, no. We're cutting its hair off. Like, it doesn't need hair right now. But that's the really thing about plants like this, like caudex plants that have their base they grow from. You can cut off the foliage if anything happens to it, and then it'll grow back like new. So there we go, he's back home, and this little child has a much cuter pot than him. Or her, I don't know, but that's so good. I think that when I got this plant, it was like a propagation, and it didn't, I don't remember if it had a lot of roots, but I feel like some of these roots aren't like the healthiest. Maybe it just needs to be watered. But if it didn't have roots before, it grew all of these roots, which is a good sign. But I feel like I'm not that good at taking care of like cactuses and succulents because I feel like I still underwater them because I'm really worried to overwater them. It looks really good on the top, so I don't know if this is good looking for a succulent. If you have succulent and cactus tips, please feel free to share them because as you can see, I definitely need it. And there was this kind of like, I think this is kind of like a cocoa coir chip. I don't know what it is for sure, but that's what it reminds me of. And I'm gonna put it at the bottom because this hole is really big. And I'm keeping this same mix because the person who sent this to me is a succulent fan, and this soil mix is way better than any that I could make, so. It's all covered in soil. Oh my gosh, I think I didn't do it in the center. I'm gonna lose it if it's not centered. I'm gonna put on the top dressing that I saved because it's really pretty top dressing. Actually, I think I'm gonna water it first. Okay, it's kind of cleaned up. I'm gonna use a toothpick to try and like flatten the top surface so I could add the top dressing. I know for like succulents and stuff, people use like brushes to clean it. They have like all these little tools, and I still have not gotten any tools, but when it dries I am going to brush off the excess dirt that got stuck because I know that's the best way to get rid of it. Here's how the little gray ghost Haworthia came out, and I definitely overdid it with the top dressing, but I think it looks so cute and adorable. It's like a little mountain popping out. I love it so much, and this top dressing actually goes really nicely with the pot, so I'm loving it. And like I said, when it dries I'm gonna get a little brush and brush away all the dirt left on there because it's looking kind of gross right now. So we got everything all repotted and watered, and it all looks so cute. I'm so like shocked of how full this looks. Oh my gosh, it's insane because I thought it wouldn't look this full. Those little like scraggly plants just come together so nicely. And then we have this little moon pot one, which I think looks so good and I want to hang it. This is the cutest thing ever. I'm gonna hang it. It's so cute. And then unfortunately this guy had to stay in his old pot, and then we got the little kitty one. Look, with my little kitty. That is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.